Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, these are my thoughts on obviously the match that recently finished. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 1, in yet another result where we bottled it. This is the second time in 2 weeks that we were winning 1-0 up until the 82nd minute, and we found a way not to win the match. Obviously, this time, unlike against Fulham, we didn't lose, but it feels like a loss. And yeah, this is just another one of those games where you don't understand you just don't know how we didn't score 3 or 4 goals. So obviously in goal we had Sanchez on the right, Gusto. We had Archibong playing his Premier League debut this week. He was decent, young player. I think it's 18 years old. He looked good on the ball, confident. We still need another centre back, but it was still good to see. Colwell and then Cucurella on the left. Enzo and Caicedo as our centre midfielders, with Palmer just in front, Neto on the right, Sancho on the left, and Jackson up top. So into the first half, and we looked really good. We looked really, really good. That first half performance, we should have been 3 or 4 nil up by the end of it. We just dominated them. They couldn't really get out. That we had some great passages of play, great passing between the players, and the opportunities that we created. We should have scored about 2 or 3. Obviously, for the actual goal that we got, it was incredible. It was a lovely assist from Sancho. He turns one of their players right around the halfway line, sprints up the pitch, passes to Palmer, and it's a great finish by Palmer. Again, as you would expect. But when he did that, when we went 1-0 up, I was fully expecting, because it was the first 15 minutes. I was fully expecting that. That's brilliant. We then dominated for the rest of the half, and we created chances. We created several big chances. There was one chance that I think Palmer set up, which went to the back post, and Jackson, again, he's been awful in front of goal for the last 4 games. Missed a couple of massive opportunities against Everton, missed a chance against Fulham, didn't really do anything against Ipswich, but today missed 3 huge chances. What frustrates me about Jackson is it's not just the fact that he's missing these chances; they're not on target. Like if he has them and he shoots and the goalkeeper just makes a great save, then okay, that happened. But he get all of his big chances a day; they were all off target, and that for a striker at this level is just not good enough. So that's a huge opportunity which he missed. Obviously, then there was one which Neto created that where I'm shocked. I don't know how Palmer misread it. Brilliant work from Neto all the way down the right hand side. Beats I think 2 players, flicks the ball back, and Palmer just misreads the ball and doesn't control it and doesn't get a shot away. And it's just another one of those really frustrating moments. But again, going into the half time, 1-0 up, all over them, and you're just kind of wary with how it's been for the last 4 matches. Like, are we gonna be able to put the game away? Anyway, so we go into the second half, and it's really more of the same. It's really more of the same. We're dominating. We're looking great. Jackson's missed another 2 or 3 big chances. I think Caicedo played him through at one point. Again, he missed the target completely. But then, as the clock was winding on, the more and more and more, like the further it went in the match, where it stayed 1-0, the more you just felt it's deja vu. And it was. It really was. We are the architects of our own downfall. And that's the frustrating thing. We should have been 3 or 4 nil up by half time. I think they scored around the 82nd minute, and it's just from Sanchez passing the ball to Palmer, and Palmer not realizing anyone's around him, gets dispossessed, and then our defense is all over the shop, and their shape is completely off. There's a massive gap between Colwell and Archibong. They play the ball through to their player, who flicks it to Mateta. Cucurella's nowhere near. They score, and then it just. I mean, we had, I think, altogether, including added time, we probably had another 16 minutes, or sort of 14 minutes or so. But we were awful. We were awful. I mean, for the rest of that, like what, 15 minutes, we were awful. It's so frustrating. This is another match where we should have won it. We probably should have beaten Everton, but you can kind of accept going to Goodison Park and not winning. Should have beaten Fulham. We bottled it. Should have beaten Ipswich. I don't know how we didn't. And then today we should have beaten Palace. And we just capitulate. We capitulate. We miss so many opportunities, and then we make a mistake and we concede straight away from it. Um, it's not good. We were miles clear of everyone else. We were miles clear of kind of the fifth, sixth, and seventh a few weeks ago, and now we have Newcastle who are 1 point behind us, who have won I think 6 in a row. We have City who are 2 points behind us, who are obviously beginning to really find their form. We have Bournemouth who we play next, who are 3 points behind us. Villa who are 4 points behind us, 4 points behind us. We've gone from being in a title race, which we never really were in, to we're now in the thick of this battle for top four or top five if England do get the 5 places, which they probably will do. We have Bournemouth as our next match, which is a 6-pointer. Bournemouth on the 14th is a massive 6-pointer for this top 4. I didn't think we could be in this. I honestly thought before the Everton game, I was convinced we were probably going to secure top 4 quite comfortably. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if we're out the top 4 by the end of January. Obviously, we play City at the end of January, and I wouldn't be surprised if they beat us. In fact, I would be surprised if we beat them. Yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good for the team at the moment. It's hard to pinpoint what's going on, other than just we're missing so many opportunities, and yeah, we're just missing. All these 4 games, we've had several opportunities. Everton, we should have beaten them. Fulham, we should have put the game to bed. Ipswich, doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter if the penalty is not a penalty or not. That's not the point. We cannot lose to Ipswich, and we didn't even score in that game. And then we should have beaten We should have put Palace to bed by half time. Obviously, like some of these players at the moment are not playing very well. January is huge. We need to get a centre back because I think Fofane's out for the rest of the season. Not sure when Badiashile is back. We need a centre back and we need a striker because Jackson at the moment he's just not playing well, and obviously he's a brilliant footballer, Jackson, but as a striker he's just not consistent. The chances he's missed over the last 4 games are just ridiculous. At this level, it's just unacceptable. So we need a striker. I don't care how much money we have to spend. We need a striker. Otherwise, top 4's really in doubt. Obviously, our next game is against Morecambe in the FA Cup on I think it's the 11th. So that's another thing. Now we have to wait for... Is it the 11th? It's the... let's have a quick look. Yes, it is on the 11th. So we now have to wait a whole week. So it's not like we're in the Christmas period where if you lose a match or you draw a match, you have a small amount of time and then you have to get ready for the next game. We now have a whole week. And then on the 14th, we have Bournemouth, which again, like I said, is a 6-pointer. So, yeah, another thing that's frustrating at the moment is how long Maresca is taking with his substitutions. I think today, on average, he's using 1 or 2 over the Christmas period, which is just, it feels like he just doesn't have any faith in any of these substitutions anymore. Sorry, any faith in his subs anymore, which is a concern. I would love to see Felix come on, or Nkunku. I don't know, especially Felix. I think he should be getting more game time. It's just like, yeah, Guiu came on and didn't really do anything, didn't have time. I think he came on in the last 10 minutes. Madueke came on, didn't really have much to do as well. So I can't really put it on them because they didn't come on for very long. But yeah, I mean, it's just, again, before Everton game, we were conceding 1 or 2 a game, but we were also scoring 3 or 4, so we can kind of make up for it. Now our attack is completely run dry, and we're still conceding. It's a concern. It's a real concern. And our next Premier League game is Bournemouth, Wolves, and then City. All 3 of them are massive. We have to win all 3. We have to win all 3. And it's definitely not. It's not a great feeling at the moment. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the 11th when we have hopefully beaten Morecambe.